Okay, we're going to do a quick overview of Blackboard and our course shell. So you can see I'm in the student view. It's usually going to open up in announcements. Where we're going to go first is the information tab. So over here to the left, we see all these different tabs. The information is going to give instructor information. Is going to be where your syllabus is going to be. You're going to want to become very familiar with the syllabus because one of the first things that you're going to have to do in the course is take a quiz over the syllabus, which you must make 100% on in order to start the assignments. You're going to see a course schedule, and we're going to look at that. If we click on course schedule, you're going to see a breakdown of the entire class. And what's important is this is a pacing guide. This is going to help you stay on track in the class. So you're going to see we're going to have the first week we're going to spend watching the how-to videos, which we'll talk about in a little bit, taking that or signing the policy agreements, taking the quiz over the syllabus, the cheating contract, which we will talk about in a moment. You also see Chapter 6, if we look right here at Chapter 6. So these are the first 3 weeks. So if we look out beside all the introduction to the class, you're going to see a suggested due date. Now, the cheating contract and syllabus quiz will be due on the 25th. But as far as watching all the videos, this is the suggested date. The first part of Chapter 6, 6.1 through 6.4, there's a suggested date. Gives you another week there. But then when we come to week 3, we have a final due date. So by September 8th at 11:59, all Chapter 6 assignments, quizzes, practice tests, and the chapter tests must be completed. Everything must be done for Chapter 6 by that night. You're going to see in other places, we're going to put information about this, but it is so important that you do not put things off to the last minute. Anything can happen with your internet connection. You could have other technical difficulties that will not be an excuse for this course. The way it is laid out, there is plenty of time to complete each assignment as long as you stay on track and don't put things off. If we look down, we can look at Chapter 7. So there are 2 weeks for Chapter 7. So we're going to see there's a suggested due date for the first 3 sections. And then there's the rest of the Chapter 7, including the practice test and the chapter test. Again, final due date for everything from Chapter 7 on September 22nd, and so on. So that's our pacing guide. Now when we go back to information, over here on the left-hand side, you're going to see again the syllabus, the course schedule that we just looked at, and then you're going to see a folder that is filled with how-to videos. This is one of the first assignments. That first week is to go through and watch these. You're going to see things on how to use the required calculator for the course, using and access My Math Lab, the Blackboard, using Tegrity, proctoring your test in this class. All testing, all the chapter tests and the final test have to be proctored through Tegrity, and you're going to find videos on how to do that. And in fact, we're going to have a video that explains that, because the cheating contract and syllabus quiz is the first thing that you're going to use your proctoring with. You have to proctor that one because we want to catch if you are doing that incorrectly on that quiz before you do something incorrectly on a chapter test and are going to receive a 0. So that's the stuff in the information folder. If we look at content, this is where your actual content for the class will be. You're going to see there's that cheating contract and syllabus quiz, which we will talk more about later when we talk about test proctoring. You're going to see Chapter 6. If we look at a chapter, all the chapters are going to be laid out the same way, but if we look in Chapter 6, the first thing you're going to see is just the section of the pacing guide that deals with Chapter 6. So this is going to keep you on track for those first 3 weeks, everything that is due for Chapter 6. You see those same dates from the course pacing guide. Then you're going to see your links to your assignments. Now the first thing you're going to see is My Pearson eText. This is your textbook. It's an online textbook. This will take you to that book if you choose to go there. Now when we look in the pacing guide, you can see the page numbers to the content, to the lesson are up here so that you can access those, so you'll know where you're going in that textbook. And then you're going to see your homework assignments. There's homework 6.1, homework 6.2, then you see your quiz. All of these are linked directly to those assignments. All the way down, you work your way down to a homework practice test and then a chapter 6 test. Down here you will see a couple of folders, optional YouTube videos. So if there were videos that we found to help with this content that were not part of what was already given, they are there. Also at the bottom you will see optional PowerPoints. So if we look there, you're going to see the PowerPoints that go with each section if you choose to look at those. So that's going to be the same in each chapter. That's how they're going to be set up. You also see in My Grades, if you go here, you'll be able to look and see what you received on each assignment. When you read the syllabus, you're going to see more about, for example, the homework can be taken multiple times as long as it's within the due date, so to get a higher grade, and it talks about how many attempts you have per assignment. There is a video set up on how to figure your grade because the grades are weighted. So, since homework is worth a certain percentage and tests are worth a certain percentage, you will want to look at that to kind of keep track as you go. There is our integrity recordings tab down here, which we will talk more about in another video. So this is going to give you just an overview of how you navigate this course and find the content, the information that you need.